Watching the first live of the Gopher Broke podcast here. This is Kane, Rob, Tristan Spamford, ready to get after it. We are talking Wisconsin Badgers versus the Gophers, the final wrap up of our schedule talk. And then we're going to dive into some live Big Ten season predictions. We'll pull it up on the screen with you. We'll go week by week and figure out how this Big Ten is going to shake out, in our opinion. Then we're going to go Gophers season. So this is just going to be a fun episode. We'll try to crank through this thing, but we'll talk about freshman of the year, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, and so much more. We're glad you're joining us. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Forward it on Twitter so others can find it. Drop thoughts over on YouTube in the comments. That's where we'll be live, but let's get it.
We're here. This is the part where you usually break.
There it is. I'm trying to drop a live link as we are going, but we just go with the punches. Tristan Spamford, Kane, Rob, talking Gopher Broke podcast. Football for you every week. We are talking Golden Gophers football. Tristan, how are you feeling, my boy?
Feeling great. It's here. It's here. We got two more sleeps until college football.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I'm smiling ear to ear all week. I've been bouncing around at work, just floating through life. What's going on, Tristan? You seem like you're in a great mood. I'm just ready for football. It's here. We've waited this long. The
question is, how diehard are you? Do you know who is playing this weekend? Or are you just ready to have it on the screen?
There's 5 games this weekend. Or
can you name one team playing?
Kansas and Iowa State, both ranked.
Okay.
K-State and Iowa State?
Kansas State is definitely playing. I don't know if Kansas itself is playing, but we're somewhere
Kansas State is where I'm at. I think K-State and Iowa State are playing.
I think you're right. I think that is the big game of the weekend.
Not Frisco.
Fresno State.
Fresno State's playing.
Yep.
We got some games. So I've been looking at the board. I'm gonna check it out.
Your boy knows over here. I love to see it. All right. Well, before we jump into a whole lot of agenda we got going today, any gripes for the week? How are we feeling? I can give a gripe right off the top, because we were like, yo, let's do it live. What could go wrong? Oh, we got to link our platform to the live stream. I got to make sure that's going. My mic isn't working. They're syncing up. Tristan can't hear me. So there was lots of things going, lots of fires going. That's my gripe right now, is technology doesn't work when I need it to work.
Yeah, I could see what you were saying, and it's probably for the best that I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Yeah, that's probably right.
You were not happy. You were not happy. I was concerned. I don't really have any gripes other than you did. You gave us a show today. When you sent over the agenda, I was just not prepared. I was like, we had to do some research.
First, I sent you a show, and then I was like, hey, why don't we do it live?
Yeah.
It's like, wait, whoa, hold up.
Yeah, I was just not prepared, so apologies in advance. That's what we should just do. My gripe is just going to be a disclaimer today, is that please be nice to me. Everyone remember that I'm just a football fan. I just love the Gophers. I just love watching them. I don't know the numbers. I don't do the research. I go off of what I'm seeing on the screen. So when you get mad at me about being wrong about something, just remember that.
Remember that. He is already pandering to the audience. But let's get right over to the Gophers. Let's get over to the Gophers versus Wisconsin, the final matchup that we got to talk about here, as we've been breaking down our matchups each and every week. So the Gophers have the axe. We whooped on that ass last year against the Badgers, and we're looking to do it again. How are you feeling last week again? It's always that rivalry week. You think the Gophers are keeping that axe here? Are there any players on Wisconsin that give you any hesitations? They got Billy Edwards Jr. over that quarterback. Does he instill that fear in you? Tristan, how are you feeling?
I feel very confident against Wisconsin this year. I think they are going to go through a similar year of how they did last year. And by the time they get to us, there's going to be a lot of guys who are like already itching for that transfer portal. There's going to be a lot of guys who are like, okay, let's just be done with this year. Try again next year. Right now in this rivalry, it does kind of feel like Big Brother. Like we're Big Brother right now. And I know that changes, but I'm not very concerned about it. Especially, I mean, they got they got a few teams going into that week. So they got
Yeah.
a schedule. They got a schedule ahead of them.
Well, we're going to go through the entire Big Ten schedule and really see where we think Wisconsin's going to be. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think they're going to lose that bowl streak again. Like last year, they
Mm-hmm.
were like, oh, it was a game, it was a fluke. It was. I think they're going to do it again. And I think Luke Fickell might be on a one-way ticket out of Madison, Wisconsin. Now, they did bring in transfer quarterback Billy Edwards Jr. He threw for a ton of yards last year at Maryland. And guess what? He played Minnesota at Minnesota and looked the worst he had the entire season. Guess where the game is this year? It's at Minnesota. And guess what? It's in a cold
Come
weather
to the bank.
game. So
Come to the
I'm
bank.
sorry. I'm sorry, but Billy Edwards Jr. I mean, as long as you keep throwing it to the maroon and gold, I'll be a big fan. Keep it up, big boy. That's what I'm feeling. But running back room, I feel like Wisconsin always has good running backs, right? Last year was
Yep.
a weird year. It was probably their worst year. Tawi Walker was their leading running back, and he transferred to Cincinnati, which feels like a weird downgrade. But overall, most years Wisconsin, I will give them credit. They're usually like running back you, especially on bringing guys into the NFL and being productive. That being said, their two top backs this year look like both redshirt freshmen. I believe his name is Dylan Dupree, something of the sort. Double D, and then Dylan Jones is the other guy. So it's Darian Dupree. I'm wrong. Darian Dupree and Dylan Jones, both of them redshirt freshmen, both of them high recruits. Dylan Jones was a 4-star. Darian Dupree was close to a 4-star. I actually think Dupree is probably going to be the number one running back this season. Now I could be wrong. I'm not as tapped in with Wisconsin. But I mean, I guess you got one of them got to hit, right? Like you can't have two dudes that are high caliber that both bust. I'd be totally okay with it if they did. But the running backs in Wisconsin, it feels like it always works out. But then again, I feel like nothing has really worked out with Luke Fickles, so I don't know how I'm feeling there.
Yeah, like it's just a down year, and it's hard. I mean, they're one of those teams too where it's kind of hard to get a read on them because they've had a lot of changes to them. So without seeing, I mean, obviously we're going to be complete 180 like as far as prediction goes. Not 180 thinking the other way around, but like we'll have a beat on them going into this game. But like they got a lot of movement that are like a lot of unknowns, and from what they showed last year, they need. There's a lot of pieces missing in a lot of spots.
Yeah, and I mean they lost their number one receiver, Will Pauling. He said peace out. He went over to South Bend. He's playing for Notre Dame. They do have a young redshirt freshman, Kyan Barry Johnson, who looks like he could be a dude. Vinny Anthony was a deep ball guy last year, but again, none of these receivers scare me. Tretch Kekahuna hit the portal, joined Minnesota, then decided I never want to see the Axe again, so I'll go back to Wisconsin. So I don't
I
know
mean,
what his issue
it's
was. Great name, but
top 10, 10 out of 10 name. And that's
decided he wants to stay with the Skunks. So I don't know how to feel on that one. They lost the tight end that they really liked. It was like an 800-yard dude coming in from a G5. Then he was like, after the spring, he was like, yo, I'm not trying to be here. He goes to Houston, of all places. I mean, their O line is pretty good. But then I was like, okay, Wisconsin's usually got a pretty decent defense, right? Like, let's look at how they did last year because they stayed in some games. Last year, they stayed in a game with Oregon. But 14th in pass defense. I was like, okay, not bad. 91st in rush defense, 41st in total defense, 47th in scoring defense, 110th in turnovers, and 120th in sacks. Their defense outside of stopping the passing game was horrid. And then they lost their best player, Hunter Wohler, to the NFL. So I mean, this
a
Wisconsin
fault.
team, I'm not scared of them at all. I think that they are going to have a tough year.
I'm looking at the some of the players like just on this team. Have you seen this Danny O'Neal kid at quarterback? Played for whatchamacallit last year. He transferred there. He must have
I don't
from
know.
SDSU. Dude,
Okay.
play this guy. He's got long hair. This guy rocks. This guy rocks. Why are we not playing him?
Looks like a baller, but is
Did
he
you
a
see it?
baller?
That's
Is
what I'm
question.
saying. He played for the Aztecs last year. I would just start him if I'm at this point in that program. You got to go for vibes. You need aura. They need something.
They need anything they can get at this point.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. You got Danny O'Neal might be your guy's guy.
so that's Wisconsin. I mean, overall, I'm not fearing this game. I think the Axe is staying here. That is something you love to absolutely say. If the Axe doesn't stay here, I think we are having a very rough year, and it's probably
Yeah.
not looking great for us overall. And I just don't foresee that happening. That's not me looking through maroon colored glasses. Wisconsin just doesn't look like a really good team, and I would be surprised if they get more than 6 wins this year. I think 6 wins might be the ceiling, especially with that schedule that they have going on right now too.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, that I feel the exact same way. It's not, unless things go very south for us, I don't feel concerned. But you always have that. It's a rivalry game.
That's true.
Anything can happen. These teams don't like each other very much.
That's very true. That's very true. But we're going to pivot away from Wisconsin. We'll get into them, I guess, as we go through the schedule breakdown. But we're going to do something a little different. What we are going to do is our Big Ten prediction. So I'm going to pull up a third screen here, and we are going to go through game by game and talk about what we think this is going to look like for the entire Big Ten season, where the Gophers could finish and more. So we'll throw that up here. And we are starting off with week 1, and it kicks off right away. So we're just going to fly through it, Tristan, because we got, 12, 13 weeks to get through. So we got to keep it grooving.
Oh,
so just give a quick thought if you think it's a shocker or anything like that. But otherwise, we will move and group through this thing. So Rutgers or Ohio, what you thinking?
That's Rutgers.
Absolutely. I'm with you 100%. Minnesota,
Aiken
Buffalo.
got that one handled. That's us. That's easy us.
Yep. Nebraska, Cincinnati.
That's Nebraska. Ooh. That's Nebraska.
He hesitated on it.
Well, I kind of did. I don't know. Nebraska is just ugh.
Dog, I think Nebraska's going to shock some folks this year. I don't like to say it, but I do think they're going to have a really good year. I'm excited to battle with you on a couple of these games. I think we're going to disagree once we get into the later weeks.
Well, once we get into the later weeks, definitely.
Yes.
This one is.
So that's why we got to fly through.
Right,
we got to fly through.
Okay, my bad. Okay.
Right. Wisconsin or Miami, Ohio.
Skansen.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is Michigan State or Western Michigan.
Michigan State.
Okay. The Leathernecks or Illinois. We're rocking Illinois right away. I'm not wasting time on that one. Texas, Ohio State. How we feeling there?
I'm not going to lie. I kind of like Texas in this game, dog.
Bro, it's at Ohio State. So anytime it's on the right side, that is the home team, just for anybody watching along with us. But Texas has more players returning, I think. I'm not even worried about the quarterback. They both have new quarterbacks, so it's tough to give anybody an edge on the quarterback. But Texas has, I believe they have a ton of defensive players returning. I think they have 3 offensive linemen returning. And I think Ohio State lost a lot on that championship team. So I'm actually probably going to rock with you on Texas here.
Let's go.
All right, Ball State, Purdue.
I mean, it is a toss-up, but Purdue.
Hey, if Purdue loses this game, it's a wrap. Call it a season. Tulane or Northwestern?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like Tulane in this game too, dog.
I'm not gonna bro. It's at Tulane, so I'm gonna give them the home.
Yeah, I kind of like Tulane. Okay.
How are we feeling? FAU and Maryland.
A home game? They open with home game? That's wild.
Maryland or FAU?
Maryland.
All right, we're gonna Google him. Indiana's getting the dub. I'm not giving you a chance there. Penn State, Oregon, we'll give them dubs. Look, I'm gonna give a hot take right here, right now, though. If Montana State keeps it close, I think they could pull off a shocker in week 1. I remember Oregon played Idaho last year in a close game, 10 points in week 1. 10 points versus Idaho. Montana State is a school that is always in the top 4 and has played in the Natty multiple times at the FCS level, so I'm not going to be shocked if they pull off a dub, but I'm going Oregon.
You're going to get good value on that spread.
Hey, right? Go take that one.
Yep.
Iowa over Albany?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Michigan over New Mexico, USC over Missouri State, Utah, UCLA. How you feeling on that one?
Oh, I like Utah, I think.
Okay.
Wait.
Nico Iamaleava is the quarterback at UCLA, remember. Is he going to be able to show up?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's going to be a storyline, huh?
I'm going UCLA.
Okay, let's go UCLA. Okay.
And then Washington, we're going over Colorado. Next week, let's get it. Week 2, the Leathernecks. Look, the Leathernecks are not good at football. I'm not playing games with this. Northwestern, go get your dub. Northern Illinois or Maryland. Now, Northern Illinois beat
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame last year. So how are we feeling on that one? Northern Illinois or Maryland?
It was electric. I don't foresee Northern Illinois. Well, Maryland's in a weird spot right now. Let's play. Why not?
Why not? Spicy on this? I think Maryland's going to win a couple games this year. Their only chance is going to be in the non-conference.
That's what I'm saying though. Like I don't know. Let's go Maryland. Give it to Maryland. Let's give Maryland non-conference win.
All right, Duke or Illinois? I think this is tough. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I
And it's
agree
at Duke.
too. Kind of like Duke. Oh, Illinois, Brett Bielema. Let's go Duke. Let's go Duke.
All right,
We
I'm
can't
with
just
it.
pick
I'm
all
with it.
Big Ten. That's not going to be
I'm with
fun
it.
by the end
I'm
of it.
with it.
Okay.
Iowa or Iowa State rivalry game, interstate. How you feeling? Iowa State was a top 10, no, top 15 team last year. Iowa's got the dude from South Dakota State who's at the quarterback now. Does he have enough time? 1 week game, basically has one game of preparation before he has to take on his first power school. I think that might be the difference for me. I think I'm going Iowa State because
I,
it's just like Max Brosmer. He needed a little bit of time to get the speed of the game in live reps, and it took him like 2 to 3 games to really get in there. I think I
I
got
like
Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Yep. All right, Indiana, we're going. Penn State. Look, no hesitation. Minnesota,
Yep. I
Ohio
like that.
State, Rutgers, Oregon or Oklahoma State. How we feeling there?
That's going to be Oregon, I think.
Okay, okay. Wisconsin or Middle Tennessee?
Wisconsin.
Yep. Boston College or Michigan State. Now, Boston College
That's
got
going to be a good game.
Bill O'Brien as the head coach. He's been now year 2, so he's getting more of his players into the system. I'm not huge on Michigan State. I'm not lying, but
no, I like Boston College, and I think that game's going to rock.
all right, Oklahoma, Michigan. I think this is the game of the week when it comes to Big Ten teams involved. I really like Michigan. I believe in Michigan. I think that the coach will no longer be suspended, but it is at Oklahoma, and they have a really good quarterback now too. So I think I lean Oklahoma on this one.
I was going to say at Oklahoma, that's going to be rowdy. Let's go Oklahoma.
All right, Purdue, you better, or you're looking at a terrible, terrible season. Nebraska, USC, UCLA over UNLV.
Yeah, I like UNLV, but I think
Washington. Next week, we got to keep this rolling. Indiana over the Sycamores. Yeah, that's cooked. UCLA, Northwestern. Any shot? No.
Nope, not even a little bit. Maybe they don't even have to go to that game.
Bama, they don't have to go. Just send a white flag in the bus. Leave it there.
Wisconsin kept it close their last home and home with Alabama. Like,
yeah, but that was like Wisconsin. Now you're going
for like 10
Bama.
minutes.
That's tough.
Oh, that's Bama, easy. Michigan, yep.
Maryland, Nebraska. Look, Michigan State. I know that we've been talking about like the SEC playing some really easy schools, but I mean, so far it's not like the Big Ten's non-conference are like kicking the doors down. Besides Wisconsin taking on Bama, a lot of these are pretty easy to rip off too. Penn State. All right, first Big Ten game: USC versus Purdue. How are we feeling?
I gotta go USC on this one.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Rutgers, Ohio State, Illinois, Iowa. Okay, Minnesota. Cal. Are we doing it?
We're doing Minnesota. That's a win. That's a win.
I'm with you. We're good. We're good in the Sunshine State. Is the Sunshine State Florida or is it California? I just over here speaking.
We love California.
We do love Cali. All right. Iowa, Rutgers. I think that's a low-key nice matchup. How are you feeling?
That is gonna be a nice matchup, but I think Iowa's probably gonna find a way, right?
Yeah,
a defense.
I'm with you. Indiana, Illinois.
I think that'll be a good game too.
It's at Indiana. I'm gonna give it to Indiana.
Give them the home team.
Oregon.
It's
USC over Michigan State.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
By the way, Wisconsin, Maryland. I'm gonna give it to Wisco. It's at Wisco.
I will not watch that game.
Notre Dame over Purdue. All right, I'm taking Washington over Washington State. Game of the week: Michigan versus Nebraska at Nebraska. How you feeling here? Because Michigan is probably breaking in a true freshman quarterback at this point.
Yep.
On the road in rowdy Nebraska, where the Cornhuskers we have at 3-0. I mean, Michigan lost some defensive players again to the draft. You had Will Johnson go to the draft. You had what's his name? The defensive tackle who went in the first round in the draft.
This will be the second game of Sharon being back, or is he going to be?
I think he's.
He's going to be gone for this game. He'll be gone for this game.
Is he?
Correct.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he got to pick. No, I think he's gone for like 3, because they self-imposed already, and so I think this is one of the games that they're missing.
Oh, then
because
give me Nebraska. I'm cooked.
yeah, I think he'll be gone, and I think he'll be gone for this game. I'm pretty sure. I
All
can't
right.
remember, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm giving it to Nebraska then. UCLA over Northwestern. Illinois USC. I think that's low key a good matchup. How we feeling?
I, it is a good matchup, but I kind of like Illinois at Illinois.
Hey, I'll take it. I'm
Something
not even
about
gonna fight for it.
USC playing in like Illinois in November, September, whatever it is, doesn't do it. Like it just
Look,
October.
besides the first game in this week, UCLA, Northwestern, the rest of these games, love them all. That's fun
Oh
stuff
yeah,
right there.
oh yeah.
Illinois, USC, Minnesota, Rutgers, Ohio State, Washington, Indiana, Iowa, and then Oregon, Penn State. Like those are some football games. But let's talk about
Yeah,
Minnesota, Rutgers. You got us going 4-0, or do you got
I
us?
like Minnesota. I do. I like Minnesota against Rutgers at Minnesota
I do
too.
like it at home. Yep.
Yeah, I like him at home.
All right. Then we
Ohio, that's
got
Ohio.
Washington, Ohio State at Washington. I think they're going to give them a fight, but I'm going to give it to Ohio State. I do think
I'm.
Washington gives them a fight.
I feel like I've wanted Washington to be good ever since their title, or not title run, but their championship run, and they just always let me down. They just let me down.
All right.
Um,
Indiana, Iowa, at Iowa.
this is going to be a game. Kind of like Indiana.
I don't know,
I don't.
dog. I
I don't
It's
know.
at Iowa.
At Iowa, is Indiana returning a ton of players?
I don't know. I know they have a really good defensive tackle coming back. They have a really good cornerback coming back. They brought in a really good quarterback from Cal. They've got one of their top receivers
Mm,
coming back. They
at
picked
Iowa,
up
it's
the
tough.
running back from Maryland. So they've got some dudes on the team, but it's at Iowa.
At Iowa, it's tough. Let's go Iowa. That's tough.
All right. And then the whiteout game, Penn State, Oregon. I'm going Penn State, bro. I think Penn
Oh,
State's for real this year. I'm not going to lie to you.
yeah, I like Penn State too, and that's a journey for Oregon.
That is a journey. All right. Next week, we are on week 6. We're going Northwestern over ULM. You finally get another dub on
Barely.
the schedule. Look, I'm not doing it. I'm not talking myself into Minnesota beating
Yeah,
Ohio State.
I'll
That's
get there.
first
I
off.
will get there.
You will, but
Oh,
not
you picked
today.
us. You picked us.
Oh, whoops.
That's a sign.
Psych.
Somebody clip. You got to clip this. You got to clip this so we can go
Hey,
back after we win.
hey, when we win, I will be like, see, I did it. I did it. We'll mute the audio so they don't hear me
There you
talking.
go.
But
Just click.
all right, Illinois at Purdue. I think Purdue is going to pull some sneaky games this year, but I don't know if this is one of them.
Nah, that's not going to be it. Illinois, Bielema is not losing to Purdue.
Look, I got Penn State over UCLA.
Yeah,
Michigan, Wisconsin. How you feel on that one? Michigan's 2-2 right now.
yeah. I think I don't think Michigan is that. I don't think Michigan's going to be on a championship run this year, but I think Michigan is going to beat Wisconsin.
I do too,
They got
especially
dudes.
at Michigan.
Yeah,
I'm going Washington over Maryland. Look, bro,
this one.
Nebraska. I'm going Nebraska. I'm
I
telling
think
you
it
right now.
is Nebraska, isn't it? Oh yeah. It's weird doing this because every pick I make, I feel like I'm cheering for that team to win, and I'm not cheering. Just
We are going into week 7. Rutgers, Washington. I think that'll be a battle, but I've got
that'll be a
Washington.
fun game. Yeah, I kind of like Washington too. I think that'll be a fun game.
Penn State, Ohio State over Illinois at Illinois.
Yeah, it's still gonna be Ohio State.
Nebraska, Maryland. Look,
Damn, are we Nebraska fans?
bro, I'm telling you, I think they're gonna have a good year, and I hate saying that.
No, it's disgusting.
Minnesota over Purdue.
Yep.
Got to get the homecoming dub. What do you feel?
I think that's Oregon. I like
I'm
Oregon.
ready.
I think they're gonna be good.
I'm ready to pull an upset, bro. I'm ready for IU.
What
to
do it
pull an
then?
upset.
You think that's gonna be the one?
Yeah, I think Kurt is going to be hurt that they lost that game against Iowa, and I think he's going to be on a mission to get one back. bro.
Okay. I like that. I like that. At Oregon too. Okay.
USC, Michigan. How you feeling there?
I think that might. Oh, Michigan is tough. This is really difficult to do it before week 0. Before seeing any football, this is
Right.
tough to do.
Right.
Is that Michigan, dog?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, Michigan.
I'm going Iowa over Wisconsin,
Yep.
and I'm going UCLA over Michigan State. Now, I feel like we're absolutely disrespecting Michigan State, but I just don't think they're that good.
I think we're perfectly respected. I think they should be aware of where they're at.
All right, big game. we've been talking up Nebraska over and over, and now it's Nebraska, Minnesota. Are we the first opponent that they actually really play? Nah, Michigan. Michigan's the other one.
Yeah,
Otherwise, yes, we kind of are. Like Michigan State, Maryland, I just
yeah,
don't
that's
see
a
it.
big game.
So, are we their first loss, or is it? How do I go back? Uh,
Uh-oh.
it's okay. We'll figure it out here. There we go. All right,
No,
Minnesota, Nebraska. We're
we're
winning.
gonna be, we're winning. We're winning.
All right, Indiana over Michigan State.
Yep,
Purdue,
I agree.
Purdue Northwestern. Who gets their
D-
first Big Ten win?
Don't need to tune into this one either, folks. Um,
Bro, I'm taking Purdue.
yeah, yeah, I think so too. I don't know, at Northwestern, it's tough to play at
Are they
Northwestern.
playing on the high school field or are they playing
It's
on dirt? Which
literally
one are we doing here?
just, it's, oh, the next one, Oregon,
All right.
coming off that
UCLA
loss.
at
Yeah,
UCLA.
UCLA. Yeah.
Look, I'm ready to take Washington over Michigan here, but it is at Michigan, so I don't know how
You
to feel.
know, that's what I was thinking too. I think that's a great game if it's played in Washington, but I think Michigan finds a way.
Ohio State,
Yep.
Penn
Penn
State.
State.
Yeah,
That's going to be a good game, though. I think that'll be,
I think Notre Dame is going to win this. I just
yeah,
feel like you can't come off a championship run and then drop these
it's
ones
the
like
rival.
versus a rival. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, week 9, we're getting there. We're getting there. Indiana, UCLA at Indiana.
In,
Yep, I'm here. I'm
yeah.
there with you.
Okay. Okay. Love it.
Michigan, Michigan State.
That's Michigan. That's Michigan. I'm sorry, Michigan State fans. I'm so
Bro, we have
sorry.
4. I'm giving Rutgers a win here. One, because we
Yep.
haven't given them a single conference win yet, which just doesn't feel right. And
No,
then
that's
2, because I don't know. It just feels right. Rutgers. Nebraska, Northwestern,
Nebraska.
Oregon, Wisconsin.
I feel like they've played 3 times already going through the schedule, but Oregon.
Washington, Illinois.
This game's gonna rock. I like this game. I kind of like Washington at home for some reason.
I'll go with it. We can lock that in. All right. So then the last game of the week, it is Iowa, Minnesota, at Iowa. How you feeling? Here's the thing. I don't want to say we lose to Iowa, but I do think we're going to drop one of the 2 games between Nebraska and Iowa. And if we're taking us to beat Nebraska last week and this is on the road at Iowa, I don't know if we can carry all the momentum until I actually see the team and can start to believe and see what our strengths
Yeah,
are and whatnot. But like just looking at the schedule, I think one of those is probably a loss, and this is probably where I'd have to put it.
I think at Iowa, if we're gonna give them a loss, put it in there. It's screwing up my 10-2 record, but put it in there.
All right. Next week, Ohio State, Penn State. Who you going?
Gonna be awesome. I kind of like Penn State actually.
I do too. I do too. It is
Ooh,
at Ohio
let's
State.
go.
Ohio State's had time at this point, but I'm going with my gut. Rutgers,
Yeah,
Illinois. I'm calling an upset. I'm calling
Rutgers.
Rutgers is getting back their groove back. They get a conference win, then they're like, okay, we can do this. They get back into the swing of things. I'm going Rutgers here. I think we're both going to say Michigan over Purdue. I think we're both going to
Yep.
say Indiana over Maryland. Minnesota gets it right after the Iowa loss.
Yep.
And then Nebraska, USC. Now, I'm going to pull an upset here. I think Nebraska is going to be riding too high. I think they're going to be like feeling themselves like, oh, we only have 1 loss and that was a fluke or something of the sort.
Drop one at home.
And I think they're going to drop one to USC, getting too cocky at home.
That sounds like
Doesn't it? Doesn't it like
that sounds
like
correct.
a perfect
Yeah.
Nebraska storyline?
Yes.
All right, week 11. We are almost there, folks. USC, Northwestern. At USC, we'll go USC. Indiana, Penn State.
Oh, Penn State. I like Penn State. I think they're going to be really good this year.
We'll go Ohio State. We'll go Rutgers. UCLA, Nebraska. Can Nebraska get it back here?
I think they do actually.
Okay.
I think they do.
Washington, Wisconsin. How are we feeling on that one?
At Wisconsin, I kind of like Washington still.
I like Washington still, but something tells me that Wisconsin's not going to only have
Yeah.
1 conference win through week 11. So I feel
Yeah,
like
there's no
I'll
one.
give it to Wisconsin at home.
Okay.
Low key, I think this Iowa Oregon game is going to be a nice one, and I'm willing to give it to Iowa. I'm not going to lie to you.
I Oh, let's go Iowa
Okay.
for the parity. For the parity.
For the
But I think
parity.
Oregon wins.
Okay. Week 12. I think we have, what, 2 games left? Maybe 3 because of the bye weeks.
Yep.
Oregon, Minnesota. I would love to pull the upset, but I'll be realistic, especially if Oregon just loses to Iowa at Iowa. Oregon's going to be pissed at home, and I think they're going to try to get it right.
Yeah.
Indiana at home. I'm there for it. Penn State,
Penn State.
Michigan,
Yep.
Ohio State.
Yeah, UCLA? Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I lost my screens there for a second. I panicked.
Illinois. All right,
Yep.
USC versus Iowa at
I
USC.
think this is deep into the season here. I think Iowa probably, right?
I could go either way on this one. We can go Iowa.
Yeah,
That's
that
fine. I think Washington takes it at home.
we're not even talking about the Purdue games. We're just automatically clicking the other
Just
team.
we gave them one. We gave them one. All right, Minnesota, you better beat Northwestern. If
Oh,
you
we
do
have
not,
to.
I will be sick. I will be livid. I will be sending PJ Fleck.
At Wrigley late November,
I don't know what I'd be
it's going to
saying.
be snowing.
I'd be sending him like a video just tagging him and saying, "PJ, you got me looking like a fool against these damn Wildcats in both of our last appearances. Please don't do
Oh,
that." So I got
we
Minnesota,
won't let that happen. Ohio State,
Penn State,
Penn State.
UCLA, Washington at UCLA. I could see UCLA pulling that off.
I kind of like that. Yeah, that's going to be a fun game. Good color combination in that game.
Michigan
That's
over
aesthetically
Maryland,
pleasing.
Oregon over
Yep,
USC,
agreed. Yep, that's correct.
Illinois, Wisconsin at Wisconsin. How we feeling?
Oh, I really want to get Wisconsin another win somehow, but that feels like Illinois wins
Yeah, dude, Bielema's a different animal when he feels like
in conference.
when
Like
he
it's going to
feels
be
like pissed
cold.
off about something. It's just I feel like he always finds a way to scrap that one out. So I got Bielema there, and then Iowa at home.
Uh huh.
I feel so bad. We have 3 teams with 0 wins in the conference right now. That doesn't feel
Oh,
right. But one of them is going to get theirs because Maryland plays Michigan State. So
yeah, and if anyone cheers for those teams, at the end of the season they can be like, "You guys are so dumb. Why did
yeah,
you guys
that's
think
fair.
this was going to happen?"
That's
So
very fair. All right,
you're
so
welcome,
let's rock through it. Last week right here, Nebraska, Iowa.
Iowa. Ne-
Really?
at Nebraska. I could see Nebraska finishing the season strong and feeling like they won a national championship.
Hey, I'm going for it. Nebraska. I'm going Indiana. All right,
Yep.
who gets their first win? Michigan State at home?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're going Penn State over Rutgers, Illinois over Northwestern.
Yep.
We already talked about
Minnesota.
Minnesota beating Wisconsin. UCLA versus USC. How are we feeling?
That's actually going to be a fun game, I think, because neither of those teams are powerhouses necessarily, but I think USC.
USC. Washington, Oregon,
That's going to be a fun game, too. I like Oregon, though.
and Michigan, Ohio State. Can
The
Ohio
big
State
one.
get off the schneid
Oh, I want to pick Michigan so bad.
at Michigan?
There's no way they can at Michigan too. There's no way they lose again to Michigan. Right?
I'm letting you make the decision. You make the final call here.
Ohio State. I'm going to Ohio State.
All right, there it is. So we hit next, and we will refresh just to make sure.
Find us a path. Find us a path to the national championship.
And that is week 14. We hit refresh for the championship game. All right, look at this. So we got Penn State finishing number 1 in the conference at 12-0.
Dang, we didn't give them
Ohio
one
State
loss.
was 10-2 at 8-1 in the conference. Iowa came in at 3rd at 9-2. I don't know how that works out with Indiana being 10-2. Did they play Indiana? Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
Iowa
that's why.
has the tiebreaker there.
That was your update. That was your upset.
Yep, that was my upset. And then we got Michigan at 5, Oregon at 6, both at 9-3. Minnesota we had finishing at 9-3, Nebraska at 9-3, Illinois at 7-5, USC, UCLA, and Washington all at 7-5. Rutgers at 6-6. Those are all the bowl eligible teams through 13. So 13 teams in the Big Ten, and then we've got Wisconsin at 4-8. We've got Purdue at 3-9, Michigan State and Maryland at 3-9, and then Northwestern at 2-10. Now, is this going to be 100% correct? Probably not, but I don't hate it. I mean, you give me plus or minus one game on each of these. I feel like we could finish within a game on a lot of these. It might be close on some of them. I could see Minnesota getting 7 wins, but we were a little positive here, so I can.
We have to be.
Yeah,
we have to be positive. And for all the teams that are in that bottom half, you're welcome for the bulletin board material.
Yes.
You should be thanking us for the motivation. Unless Wisconsin, yeah.
But that is that. I mean, we got that first Big Ten wrap up right there, and we're going to move it on. We're going to talk about season predictions. Now, this is the fun stuff right here. This is where we're going to keep track and see who is the most accurate. If you have thoughts along the way, feel free to drop them in the comments over on YouTube. But first things first, I want to know, what is your stat line for Drake Lindsey to end the year? What does he finish off as stats?
Now, look, I wanted to be like, this guy's going to break every record in the book, but I tried to be realistic. I tried to tone myself down and give him some decent stats because I do think he's going to have a decent year, but I don't think he's going to be a Heisman candidate. So, Drake Lindsey, 2,300 yards. Good year, not insane. I think he has 20 touchdowns, a high 60% completion rate. Only because I wanted to give him actually a really high completion rate because I think we're going to run the ball a ton. And so I think it's going to be less pass attempts, so less opportunities to miss passes. And then I have 6 picks. That's a little, for a first-year quarterback, I feel like that's reasonable. It's not insane. So I think he's going to have a very decent year. Like, it's going to be what you want to see out of a first-year quarterback.
All right, I need to know an exact completion percentage number. We're keeping track here.
Okay, give me 67.5%.
Ooh, okay. I didn't mean that exact. You could just sort of
No. If you ask me for exact, I'm going to give you exact. I'm a numbers man. You know that.
All right, I'm going 2,565 pass yards, 20 passing touchdowns, and 8 interceptions, and I have a 64% completion percentage. I do think he could be higher than that, but we'll give him a little bit of leeway. Next one, Darius Taylor, end of year stat line. So these are the only 2 players we're doing specific stat lines for. I want rush yards, I want receiving yards, I want receptions, and I want total touchdowns.
I didn't know you wanted all those things. Yes, I have rushing yards. Give me, okay, I think 1,200 yards. It's a big year. That's a big year. That's a lot. That's a lot of yards. But what?
That's how many rush yards I had too.
Okay, I was going to say it's a big year, but he's going to get carries. I do have in here 15 touchdowns. Also a lot of touchdowns. Dude, but he's going to get the carries.
I literally have 1,200 rush yards, 15 total touchdowns.
Now
I got to change my numbers. We can't match.
Okay. Well, we can do tiebreakers with the receiving. I don't even have the receiving written down. So, okay. Receiving yards, I have no clue how many receiving yards he had last year. I genuinely, is 300 receiving yards insane? That's way too much.
That's not insane. I think he had more than that last year.
Did he? See? 600 receiving yards?
I mean, we might be getting close to overly high.
Okay, give me 400 receiving yards, and you want catches as well?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm so dumb. I literally have.
He had
the same
last year.
Yeah, I have all this stuff pulled up right now. Oh, just kidding. Maybe I can't use it on this computer. Never mind. He had how many catches last year?
Last year he had 54 receptions.
Okay, give me 60 receptions. There we go. Monster year.
Monster year. All right, I had 1,200 rush yards as well. I had 52 receptions for 540 receiving yards, which feels like a lot.
Yeah.
And then I had 15 total touchdowns.
I was trying to be realistic, but I mean, our offense is essentially going to run through him. He is a focal point of our offense.
All right, so we're going to move on to receivers. Now, I don't want to know, who the best receiver is or who the number. We're going to break down who leads the team in catches, who leads the team in receiving yards, who leads the team in touchdowns, and we cannot pick the same name. So we're going to go back and forth here. I'm going to kick it off with catches, and I think that's Javon Tracy. I think he's going to lead the team in catches. So who do you have for the catch leader for the Gophers in 2025?
Let the record show this is not what the sheet showed me that you sent over. You said pick one receiver. Did it say pick a receiver?
No, it just said leading receiver for 25 catches, receiving yards, touchdowns.
Oh, for each individual. Let the record show. I just can't read.
Hey, there we go. At least at least we got the record straightened right there.
Okay, so if we pick the same person for catches, we can't pick the same person for catches. If you pick Javon Tracy, I can't pick him.
Correct.
Okay, then I'm going to go with Le'Meke Brockington. He's going to be on the field a lot. A whole bunch. He's going to have a lot of catches.
All right, receiving yards. You get to start this one.
This one I do think is going to be Javon Tracy.
All right, hot take. I have Jalen Smith as the leader for receiving yards. He's been the deep ball connection in camp. I think it continues, and he gets a couple deep balls this year. Let the boy go crazy. All right, touchdowns. I'm going to kick it off. I have Javon Tracy here, so I've got two categories led by Javon Tracy. And who do you have as your receiving touchdowns leader for the Gophers in 2025?
Okay. I'm going to go with the spicy one. Red zone slants merchant, Logan Loyola.
Loya. We're gonna get his name right eventually. But
Logan, I always say Loyola. Who? I'm thinking of Dylan Royal.
No, you're too caught up with Loyola, like the school, like the NCAA March Madness.
It's so many L's and so many O's. There's so many. He's got 3 letters in his name. That's not my fault. Logan Loya.
Loya, there you go. All right, we're flipping it over to the defense. Who is going to lead the Gophers in tackles? Again, we cannot repeat, so I'll let you go first here.
Thank God. Maverick Baranowski is who I got.
It's okay. I was ready to go spicy. I am going Kerry Brown. He was third on the team last year in tackles behind Maverick, but barely behind Maverick. I think he only finished 2 tackles behind Maverick last year. That being said, I think Maverick missed 2 games last year. So I think he can get up there. I think Kerry Brown's going to be on the field all over, and so hopefully he'll be shutting it down as well. Then we'll go to leading in interceptions. I'm going first, and you already know where I'm going. Now, look, I wanted to do it for the brand. I wanted to say my boy Zaquan, but I got to take the easy money. I'm going Coy Parrish all the way. Who do you have for leading the interceptions for the Gophers?
Here's the thing. I got Kerry Brown written down.
Ooh.
Only because if Coy's on the field and I'm a quarterback, like they're literally gonna think I'm going to the other side of the field and Kerry Brown, like not even like they're gonna disrespect Kerry Brown. That's why I think that they're gonna go at him. It's gonna be a disastrous situation for them.
Okay. All right, you get to go first. Who leads the Gophers in sacks?
This one I kind of moved around, but I like Anthony Smith. I think he's gonna get in the backfield a lot this year. So and he plays everywhere. He can play every position on the defense. So I think he's gonna be moving around.
All right, I'm going to go with my boy. I am going to go with Devin Eastern. I know he plays defensive tackle, but that boy is a monster, and I think he's going to have a huge year. If I can't take Anthony Smith, give me the other guy I think is going to be an NFL pick this year, Devin Eastern.
That's who I had as my backup as well.
All right, Gophers leading touchdown scorer. So it could be catching, it could be running, it could be obviously not passing. That's going to kind of cheat it all. Who leads the Gophers in touchdowns this year?
Is it my pick first?
Oh, I think I get to go first here, and I don't really want to go first here.
I'll go first then. I mean,
I
will go first.
Says it's Darius Taylor, but I really do think they're going to spread it around with the Gophers or the running backs if they get in the tight red zone. But I'll go Darius Taylor. Who you got?
We think AJ Turner's backup for sure, right? Is it probably going to be him rotating in?
Or Cam Davis, depending on the situation.
Let me go AJ Turner. I'm going to go AJ Turner.
All right. Now, we get the face on the rise. So I think it's somebody that is producing. Maybe you didn't foresee him being a starter, or you just haven't really seen him as a starter yet, but they come in this year, they really produce, and they have you excited about next year. That's what face on the rise is. So we're going to do one on offense and one on defense. I'll let you pick first on either side. So you can pick first on offense or defense here, and we'll go back and forth.
I'm gonna go offense then, and I'm just gonna take the chalky pick, Drake Lindsay. I think
Okay.
we are gonna be feeling very good. Recruits are gonna be coming in, being like, I want to play with this guy. He's gonna really put his name on the map this year.
All right, then I'm going to take my first pick on defense, and I'm going to go with my boy on this one, Zaquan Bryan. I do think he's going to have a huge year. I think he is going to solidify himself as cornerback one this year. So I think he's definitely a face on the rise for the Gophers defensively. So now you got to pick a defense, and I got to pick offense.
Yes. So I had Zaquan Bryan written down as well for defense.
So time to
Uh,
flip again.
I know that it feels so good when you say something, and I'm like, that's what I had written down. I'm like, I also know ball. I don't
Or
even
we're
do the
both
research.
wrong.
And just no ball. Yeah, or neither of us know ball. Um. Okay. Oh, this is not the easiest thing. Give me for. I gotta pick a defense.
Yeah.
Man, all these guys are.
I'll give you some time to think. I'm going to go on offense and take
Yeah.
Jalen Smith. I think him and Drake Lindsay are going to have a really good connection. I already talked about I think he could lead the team in receiving yards, which might feel really spicy, but I do think he's going to get a lot of opportunities, especially on the deep ball. So Jalen Smith is my face on the rise.
See, my thing is like I think Jalen Lillard and Redding is going to have a good year, but he's not. We
He won't
know
even
who
be
he
on the
is.
team next year, so you can't really call him a face on the rise because
Yeah,
this is his
that's
final
what I'm
year of
saying.
eligibility.
Give me Jackson Howard.
Okay.
Jackson Howard.
That's
I
your
mean,
boy. That's
again,
on brand.
it feels like we've known Jackson Howard for 5 years now, but he's on the rise.
All right, most impactful transfer this year. So we're gonna pick one on offense or defense. Again, you can pick whichever, and we'll flip flop there. But I will get to pick first here, and I have no idea what I want to pick. Um, I'll go Javon Tracy on offense just because I do think he's gonna
Okay.
be one of the leaders in that receiver room.
So I kind of, when I was looking at this, I picked Marcellus Marshall. It's not a sexy pick by any means, but I think it is arguably the most important impact. Like, if he becomes the most impactful, but I guess this is who I think will be the most impactful, not who I hope is the most impactful.
I mean, you take it however you want to take it. In the end,
Yeah, I know, but at the end of the season, how are we going to look at that? How are we going to look at that?
if he got replaced, we really know he wasn't.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I'm going to go with him.
And if the Gophers are one of the leading teams in rushing this year, then he got the job done.
There we go. Okay, yeah.
All right, then defensively, I am going to take. We're talking transfers, we're talking biggest impact. I'm going to go with the Iowa boy. I'm going to go with John Nestor.
John Nestor. Okay, I actually kind of like that. I know when we talked about linebackers, we talked about Jeff Roberson, and you were saying he wasn't getting a ton of reps, correct?
Oh, he was getting some looks. He was injured at one point, but hopefully he's back and ready to go.
His numbers are fascinating for me from his season last year. I think he's going to be good. I'm going to go Jeff Roberson.
There we go. He got it on the board. Okay, we have a couple more categories left. This one is the Kane Rob special. This is the 1 year too soon.
Cheating.
1 year too soon. So who is your player that's 1 year too soon before they break out next year and have a big year?
This one was so hard for me. I'm going to, just like you said, keep it on brand. I'm going to go Jackson Howard. I think he's going to be big rotation. He's going to see a lot more of the field this year. And then next year, he's going to be the dude. He's going to be that guy on the D-line.
You know, there were a lot of ways I wanted to go with this one, but I'm going to go with a guy you really like, and I think Gophers fans are excited about. I think he's going to maybe get some reps here and there, but I don't think he's going to get enough opportunities this year to do it. I'm going Malachi Coleman, the transfer from Nebraska, wide receiver, ton of athletic potential. I think next year is the year he really skyrockets. I think when Lemecki's gone, Loya's gone, I think he'll get some opportunities this year, but I think next year he is a starter and he takes off.
I think he's going to be the guy we can just be like, hey, Malachi, run the touchdown play. Do the touchdown play.
Go get it. Yeah. So that's my 1 year too soon player. All right, game of the year on the Gophers schedule. What do you think is the game of the year? Now that could be like the best game. It could be the most critical game. What do you think is the finishes, we look back and we're like, yeah, that was the best game of the season.
Oh, see, okay, again, like we kind of went different ways with it, or there was different ways I thought about it. There was either this game kind of will affect the rest of our season and how it goes, and that's going to be the most important game. If we get this win, we can really ride out this season. And the other one is like, if we get this win, it's huge for the brand, for the program.
See, when I think of game of the year and we talk about last year, I would say the USC game was the game of the year. Like
Yes, because
how
it
it
felt good.
finished, the big finish, and how it
Okay.
was. I think that was the game of the year for the Gophers. So think of it in that light. When you look at this schedule, what do you think is the game of the year where maybe it was down to the wire, it was a big time game, big pressure, or what have you, and then it was a big finish?
Okay. Then I have to go with the Minnesota Iowa game.
Okay.
I would love for this to be at home because I think we can beat them this year. I think we can. I'll talk myself into beating them this year. Um, I'd love for it to be at home, but I'm going to say Iowa.
I'm taking the game right before it. I'm going Minnesota versus Nebraska. I think it's going to be a slugfest. I think it's going to be a battle. Last time we had the Minnesota Nebraska game, came down to the wire. We had the Daniel Jackson toe drag touchdown. We had interception to seal the game. I think we're going to have another one like that on Friday night on Fox. Yeah, that's going to be the game of the year for me. All right. Next, we got two more before we hit the final three of Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and Team MVP. But before we get to that, the two that we have left is first is player to make a Big Ten team this upcoming season, but isn't on a preseason list. Now, the preseason lists that I looked at were the ones released by the Big Ten and by Phil Steele. So there are only three Gophers that made those preseason lists. It was Coy Parrish, Darius Taylor, and Anthony Smith. So you can't pick any of them. But outside of those three, who is the player on the Gophers you think will make a Big Ten team to finish the year?
I'll keep it rolling with the boy Kerry Brown. If who's
That's a
not on
good
the
pick.
preseason list, Kerry Brown.
That's a good pick. I didn't think about that, but that's a solid pick that could definitely happen. And I'm going with the boy Devin Eastern. I think he is going to have a huge
Love
year.
that.
I think he is going to be an NFL pick, and I think he is going to find his way on a Big Ten team. So give me Devin Eastern. All right, we got freshman of the year. I want to do offense and defense, and it can be a red shirt freshman as well, which kind of makes one of them a little easy potentially. I'll let you go first. Now you can pick offense or defense, but it has to be a freshman, red shirt, or true.
Who? Wait,
This was way easy.
it's going to be Drake Lindsay.
Yeah.
It's going to
If
be
you
Drake
don't
Lindsay.
want him, I'll take him.
No, I want Drake. I was looking at the defense because I don't know who I'm going to pick on defense.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So are you taking Drake though?
Yeah, I'm taking Drake. Yeah, Drake.
All right. And I will take the guy that I've been saying over and over today. I feel like I'm becoming a truther. Jalen Smith. I feel like I got to do that there. So then defense, you get to pick first, and I will follow up either red shirt or true freshman. Who you got?
Oh, I'm going to go with. Oh no, he's a sophomore.
Who are you
I
going
got a
for?
lot of sophomore Zaquan, but he's redshirt sophomore. This is the year. Dog. I do not know who to pick. Our defense has a lot. We have a lot of third-year players on the defense. Give me. You go first. Just go first. Can I see? Can I seed my?
I have two different ways here. I didn't know if you were going to go Emmanuel Carmo, number one player in the state, who is going to be playing some linebacker, could get some edge looks as well. Otherwise, the other name I kind of had pocketed was Naeem Parrish. I think he's going to be big time for that cornerback room. If I think I have to pick one on who I think could be the freshman of the year, I'm going Naeem. I think he's going to work his way into a starter position for this team. Maybe I'm a year early on that when we look back, but I think Naeem Parrish is going to be a dude playing important snaps for the Gophers this year. So I'll lock him in as my defensive pick.
See, Emmanuel Carmo is who I had, but as far as like impact, I'm nervous that he's not going to see the field a bunch if I pick him. But I'm going to just go with him. I'll go with him.
All right. All right, the final three. We are going to go offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, and team MVP of the 2025 season. Now, we cannot repeat names. So I'm going to let you pick. Do you want to choose first for offense or do you want to choose first for defense?
I am cool with either because I have a feeling we both have the same names written down. So at least I will get one of them.
I don't have any of the names written down. I'm going off the cuff right now.
Okay,
So
I will take
go ahead and go
offensive.
first on offense then.
I will take offensive player of the year, Darius Taylor.
All right. That makes sense. That probably was the easy pick there. Yeah, because who, where do I go now? I guess.
Yeah,
Um, I guess I'll go if the he breaks all the expectations, balls out. We'll go Drake Lindsay as my offensive player of the year.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
You know what? No, I'm not doing that. I do love Drake Lindsay. I do think he's gonna have a good year. I'm gonna go Javon Tracy.
Do you love Drake Lindsay? I gave him better stats than you. It seems like I love Drake Lindsay more than you.
I had more yards than you did and the same exact amount of touchdowns. I just had 2 more
Oh,
interceptions.
gee. All right, never mind. Maybe you like him more.
All right, defensive player of the year. I get to go first on this one. Easy money. Yep, you're right. Corey Parrish. We can lock that one in. So who do you got for your defensive player of the year?
I want to say I've been rolling with Gary Brown, but I like Anthony Smith. I think Anthony Smith is going to be impactful in different ways. Give me Anthony Smith.
All right. Now we get to pick team MVP, and I feel like it's probably one of those two players then that we were talking about.
Yes,
So I guess
you go first.
I go first. Who do I think is going to be the most impactful player? Basically, you get a 50-50 coin flip between the people that we probably think, and I am going to lock in the one that's getting the most accolades. I'm going Coy Parrish. I think Coy Parrish is going to do so much for this team. He's going to actually play all 3 phases of the ball. It is hard not to call him the team MVP if he actually does that. So I'll lock him in.
I will go Darius Taylor. I wish, for obvious reasons. Sorry, I didn't need to elaborate that one. I wish I would have taken Coy for like reception yards or something crazy, like a wild
Hey,
card,
yeah,
a
no,
wild
that
card
would have been
pick.
wild. That would have been wild. Well, that's the wrap on the season predictions. It went way faster than I thought. We have 20 total points to go through here, so we'll revisit at the end of the year and see who's the most accurate. We'll also check the comments over on YouTube. So if you want to chat it along the way, if you were live or if you catch this on the flip side, be sure to drop your comments over on the YouTube at the Gopher Broke podcast so we can see who you're thinking the team MVP, defensive player of the year, offensive player of the year, freshman of the year, and all of that is. It's so much fun to do these prediction shows. We're going to do predictions week by week, every week heading into the season. So be sure to tap in with us next week where we will have the first official Gophers game. I cannot wait. Thursday night football. Can't get here fast enough. Any final words for the people, Tristan, my boy?
Oh, just get ready, everyone. Make sure you have your setup ready. You don't want to be getting your TV setup ready the day of. Like, I don't want you wheeling stuff out on Saturday, setting your couch up a certain way, have your TVs hung, have your couches prepared. Make sure you have all the food you need. Like, let's be prepared, people. It's preseason still for a reason. We have time to get ready. If you got multiple TVs set up, know how you want your angles. That's it. Just be ready.
There it is. Well, thank you for locking into the Gopher Broke podcast. This is the first live episode we've ever done. We'll probably do some more throughout the season, but be sure to follow and hit subscribe over on YouTube or check us out wherever you get your podcast. We are doing Gophers football talk once a week, every week, especially as we get this season going. We just started the show in the off season, which is probably the worst time to start a Gophers podcast show because there's no football going on, but now it's football time and we need your help to grow the channel. So be sure to hit subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and we hope to see you next time. Roll the boat, Sky Uma, go Gophers as always, and please don't forget to hit subscribe.